Hello, I'm Andi and I'm going to read to you a tarot monthly horoscope for June the 2018, and this is for you coming from Virgo. So let me shuffle my cards quickly, and the first card that I'm going to pull for you, that will have to do with your job, your business and your financial areas for the first 15 days, and it's a very good card. It says wanting to change jobs, wanting to look for a new job, getting good news from your existing job. You are just doing very well, attracting more money, and you're attracting a better position. So be active in this first 15 days where job is concerned, and you're going to get the advantage, whether existing job or new job. If you are in business, new businesses can be definitely added and you can beat the competition. The energies of this card are fantastic. And so if you're in business, whether it's business partnerships that you want, new areas of business that you want, new entries into business of a new kind that you're not used to, be adventurous. And you will see that in business areas, even in your existing business, business comes back very solidly for you coming from Virgo. And general finances are looking very good with this card in the first 15 days. The next card that I pull for the first 15 days would be to do with your romance, marriage and family. If you find a new romance in the first 15 days, you're going to be very lucky. It's a very good one and a very supportive and loving one. So if that romance comes for you, grab it and you'll be very, very happy. And your existing romance, if you have one, will also be very happy. The card shows that now things are growing for you from the earth. So all the past efforts in your romance area are now beginning to flower, and you'll see this first 15 days of June are going to be very lucky for you in the romance area. And if you are married, there's so much bonding and so much happiness and so much togetherness and so much support. Good news must be pouring in for a marriage to be so happy as all that. And so in your marriage area you will see, and family area, siblings and parents and all, there's a beautiful bonding going on. So use the first 15 days to be with the people of your marriage and your in-laws or your own parents, and the bonding can be really beautiful and nice. I'm going to pull the next card. Will have to do with your last 15 days, of June. So let's talk of your job. It's still a good card enough. It's still good enough, but it says you may be forced to make a change. Now, why is that? Either you're very restless or you've been offered something very good. And should you go? Well, you coming from Virgo, it says, well, I would say go, to put it in a nutshell. It's good enough to go if you get a new offer. So take the new offer. And if you are improving your existing job in the last 15 days, you're also going to do very well. The excitement is there. The signs of Mercury are all over the place, so that means more money can be had, whether in an existing job or whether in a new job. So go ahead and be adventurous. Your general financial situations are looking good in the last 15 days. So I don't see much problems at all. If there may be only one, just control your ego. Whether it's a new job or old job, just control your ego in the last 15 days. The next card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your romance, marriage and family areas in the last 15 days. And there's also a good enough card. It shows a bit of, not explosion, but things catching fire, which means that be careful what you say or be careful what you do. Don't take your romance partner for granted. And if you find a new romance, it may come with a very fiery approach. Somebody who is not going to tolerate any nonsense, so don't give your heart away too quickly. Study the person a bit. Ongoing romance is good enough. There may be sparks may fly, so be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Don't want to show too much moodiness or stubbornness. That's my advice to you in an existing romance. And if you are married, I would say that it's a card that holds you together. So I'm not really very worried about things. Something about a secret nature is shown here in the marriage areas. So either something happened in the past or something may come up new of some suspicious thing. So you might as well keep your nose very clean in the last 15 days, or you may just smell very suspicious. So remember that. But I find the card is good enough to carry on in the last 15 days. This next card that I pull will be for the whole month of June, and that'll have to be with your health. And if I ever find things from this card, I would say it's a very slow digestion that's upsetting you, constipation or things like that. And the other thing I would worry about, if you're a woman, some gynecological areas, basically the ovaries. So if you have any symptoms like this, go and check for the month of June. The next card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your lucky dates. And your lucky dates which I've chosen for you are the 5th, the 14th and the 23rd of June. Very, very lucky for you. And you're going to do extremely well on these dates, whether for lotteries, whether job, whether business, whether in romance, whether in marriage. So bookmark these dates and get the bonding done as much as you can. Now I'm going to go for your lucky ages for you coming from Virgo. And and this card, a lot of Mercury signs are shown, so I would say that your lucky ages would be, if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, you're going to be one very lucky person in the month of June in any area of your life. So you can afford to take risks in business or look for new jobs or be happy with a new romance or help your ongoing romance or marriage in a perfectly way. If you're not of these ages, you'll have to have a special 90-minute session with me one day. It'll cost you USD 50, but I'll be able to tell you for your next 7 or 8 or 9 years. Let's talk of that a bit later. And lastly, about your lucky colors. And the lucky colors I've chosen for you coming from Virgo. Well, I'll choose the color silver. And I say in one way or another, if it's metal silver or something silver in the clothing, something of a silverish nature will make you very lucky if you contact a lot of it in the month of June. So remember, silver will help you in many ways, in one way or another, in the month of June, even if it's in your fabric or things like that. Okay. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and during this 90 minutes I will talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years. That will be based on your date of birth and your time of birth and looking at your palms and face reading you, and I'll talk to you and give you a lot of information during these 90 minutes, your colors, your good directions, your good ages, and I'll even talk about your lotteries possibilities. And so this 90 minutes will give you a very personal reading based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And so go to Skype and go to Facebook or send me an email and make the contact. And it'll only cost you USD 50 to know your next 7, 8 or 9 years with so much information given to you. Until then, thank you and good luck.